In terms of how we decide which industries to be in or which sectors to go after, I think the only logic for us is that we have to believe that we can add value there. So we can't add value to all forms of logistics. For example, we cannot add value to commodities shippers who are working on rail freight. That's not something that Delhivery can do anything in. There are people who are much better than us. We want to work with people for whom supply chain is front and center. It's a high cost item, which either affects, the customer experience, as example in e-commerce, or is extremely sensitive because of cost. So if you take FMCG, for example, that's a classic example of a place where we believe there's a lot of value we can add. So those are how we select which sectors to be in and which industries to be in. It has to be technology sensitive, it has to be scale sensitive, it has to be a place where Delhivery can add value very, very clearly. In terms of growth, I don't think we're concerned about growth because of the market we operate in. India is a $170, $180 billion logistics market. We are the largest player in this space, but we are only, a little over $500 million in revenues. So if you really think about it, I think there is space for 15, 20 deliveries to be created at this point in time. And, maybe we will all consolidate in 10 years into 4 or 5 big companies, but there's so much space in logistics that the challenge is not the market. For us, the challenge is, how do we scope and build infrastructure in time for the future? Because today the horizon for our decisions is much longer. As an example, even in telecom, the hard part is how do you plan capex, and for us also is how do we plan capex. If we want to build a large trucking terminal, where should we place it? How should we place it? Because it's a 3-year build period and then a 7-year operate period, 7-8 year operate period, and so we have to plan in decadal cycles. We're not planning in annual cycles anymore.